Hello, Fatality.
How's it going, man?
Good, good.
Right. So Fatality, Digitreaders are a huge fan of yours. All of us are into FPS gaming, and Quake is a household name in India. So we just want to fire some quick questions at you. We basically want to know what kind of gear do you use while you do your gaming sessions.
What kind of gear do I use? Well, I mean, I use like pretty much all the products I make. I work with OCZ, ASRock, Creative to make a lot of my products. So obviously I use the headphones, the motherboard, the power supply units. That just helps me play the game at the full potential. Obviously the headphones allow me to hear the in-game sounds a lot better and a lot cleaner, so I can kill my opponent a little faster. But mainly the thing I'm looking for in my products is always that I increase my gaming ability by 2 to 3 to 5% with each product I use.
Excellent.
So that's kind of how I start my business.
And what, according to you, are the three main things that you look for in a good gaming mouse?
With the gaming mouse, I want to be able to use hip scan very easily. So when I'm tracking someone with a lightning gun or machine gun, I want it to be very smooth. The DPI is not that actually important to me, as long as it's smooth. So actually I use 400 DPI a lot still. It tracks better, it's faster, it's more responsive. Because I'm doing a lot of twitch shots, so that's very important for me. And then, sometimes the weight of the mouse is very important. It also differentiates in each game, because some games are very close fighting and some games are really far fighting. So I like to use different mice based on that, but Microsoft IntelliMouse 1.1 and 3.0 are two of my favorite.
Very good. And any secret Quake skills that you want to tell us about, how to kill your opponent the best?
Well, in Quake, I was always able to beat a lot of my opponents through raw aim. Having a bigger mouse pad really helped me keep a low sensitivity and kill the guy pretty easily. I used Mouse Excel for a long time. I think that was very useful to me. You'll see it almost all top pro gamers today use a little bit of Mouse Excel in some form or fashion. You have to practice it and you have to get better at it, but when you master it, you will become a better gamer.
Very good. And do you see any specific difference between old games, say from the Quake era, and new games in terms of multiplayer?
Well, you look at games like Quake, or even the game I played tonight, Painkiller. It's very fast-paced, very in your face. Quake, even in general, sometimes with a railgun, it can be some kind of a defensive game. But when you get to games like Call of Duty or other military games, the game revolves around more of you staying still and being still and shooting a guy behind a box and so forth. I like games where you have to be aggressive. I don't want to have a boring match where people in the crowd are booing you, When people watch me play Painkiller tonight and watch me play Quake Live and Quake 3, they see me play very aggressive and they're like, oh yes, it's awesome, And when you hit those mid-air rocket shots or whatever mid-air shot you do, the spectator gets excited, he likes it, And tonight in Painkiller, I was able to land a lot of good shots in air and also through posts and different things in the game, and it was very cool. I mean, the crowd was very excited to see some of these kills.
Do you have a favorite weapon in Quake?
I would say my best weapon is the rocket launcher. Rocket launcher versus your rocket launcher, one-on-one all day. I win all the time.
You can kick anyone's ass.
Yeah, but I feel like all my weapons are very, very well-rounded. I don't think I lack in one category.
Do you know anything about Indian gaming, the best pro gamers from India or Asia?
I don't know so much about the Indian scene and so forth. I know you guys are very hardcore and dedicated. It sounds like your boss makes you guys play Quake to become an employee. Misha's slacking a little bit, so I would get on to him a little more. It's really cool to see Quake live so long. Hopefully Quake 5 comes out and we all can play that.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have an opinion on console gaming versus PC gaming? Where do you stand?
Well, console gaming is it's fun for a lot of different game types. For first-person shooters, it's fun for the mainstream, but for the hardcore that love mouse and keyboard, the skill is so much higher, and the reflexes that the skill gap is so much more. So when you play an FPS game, I do play a lot. I played a lot of FPS games on Xbox and so forth, and I got to top of leaderboard in Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2 and all that stuff. I just did it to challenge myself and see if I could do it with a controller, because it's completely different than mouse and keyboard. But the skills still transfer, you know, the knowing how to kill your opponent and everything, it still transfers. But I know on a PC I can kill them even more, you know. So on a PC I really love the mouse and keyboard, because the skill gap from Xbox to PC is like, PC is just so much more precise, and the tuning is so fine.
Did you have a chance to go through Shoot Mania Storm? Any thoughts on that?
Shoot Mania, I actually played for a little bit, just trying the game out. Obviously, IPL had it for a little while. Some of my friends played in the tournaments. Sturmy actually won the tournament at IPL 5, I believe it was. Shoot Mania is an interesting game. I don't think it's the best game. It's just an interesting game. But yeah, it's how I feel about it, you know. It's whatever, you know.
Now, we'd like to know a little bit about you, you know, early life, what got you into gaming, and what was your, you know, motivation towards doing what you're doing right now?
I mean, actually just playing in competition got me into gaming, you know. It just...
Were you an average student or something in school?
Well, yeah, I mean, I went to school, but I was a good student. You know, I averaged like a B plus average. You know, I was really strong in math, and I think mathematics helped me a lot out in my video games. It helped me learn like testing, like test A versus test B, what is better. If I do it 1,000 times, which one is A better or is B better? So I did a lot of testing, and that's what I do every day in every game I play. It's not just one game. And I do this constantly over and over again to make sure that I'm always playing the game to the full potential. And then, you know...
What was that one game that really pushed you into, you know, making it?
Well, if you remember the game NBA Jam, it was a good game. I played that a ton. I was the best in my city, whatever. But I think Mortal Kombat, you know, that's where I got Fatality from, you know. So I love killing people, and when you kill them, I want to rip their head off. You know? So that's what I try to do in the video game world. I'm not. I want people to see me killing people, you know, and when in competition, it's all about no mercy. You know, you cannot give the guy any chance. If you let the guy breathe for 1 second, you will die. So my philosophy is always kill the guy, and if you can kill him and humiliate him and destroy him and never make it, if you can make him retire, you're doing your job. So that's my philosophy.
Very nice. And I mean, we just like to know what's it like being a pro gamer and
a day in the life of Fatality.
Fatality, yeah.
Well, typically, you know, I mean, I started a whole business around my gaming career, so I've been able to do that very successfully. I still play every day. I play some sports as well to stay active and fit. I think it's very important for a gamer to stay fit and healthy, and you know, the day in life is like, you know, I wake up, I do some business, I play some games, I play some sports, and then I come back home at night, late at night, and I play games until I go to sleep. So I'm always training and trying to hone my skills, not only on first-person shooters, but even in MOBA games and different games. I try to make sure I'm the complete all-around gamer, and that's what I wanted to portray in my Fatality Gaming Gear business, is that we do all gaming, not just FPSs.
So how many hours in a day would you say you spend gaming?
I would say on an average I spend about 2 to 6 hours a day.
2 to 6 hours.
On
just to stay in shape,
just
right?
playing. Yeah, just staying in shape, making sure I'm sharp. Like coming to here today to play against Relic in a professional match. You know, there's $10,000 on the line, so I was like, you know, OCZ is counting on me to win. You know, I train really hard and I stay pretty focused. Even though I haven't played for the last 6 years in professional match, I do exhibitions for the last 6 years. I play against top pro players in Thailand, in China, USA, Europe. I play all around the world. So I keep very sharp just because every 6 months I have to go to a trade show and I have to play against someone. So that's what I've been doing mostly lately, is training to play really good exhibition matches. And we decided to do a pro match because people really want to see me play professionally more. And so I was like, okay, I'll you know, let's do an event around that and let's make it happen. And we had a really awesome time tonight. I won 3-1. I won the first game. It was a pretty close game. I hit some good shots. Game 2, I just killed them. And then game 3, I tried to go really aggressive, like over the top aggressive, just to, experiment, I guess you could say. And it didn't work out. And then game 4, I was okay. I played my game, and then I won pretty easily. So, I have a certain way I play the games every time. Every time I play a game, I always think of like what I want to accomplish in the game, and I try to act out on those things all the time.
Is it more mental than the physical part of gaming?
I think it's a lot mental, because I feel like tonight he was a little nervous with all the lights and the cameras and everything. I play the best when the pressure's on. So for me, it's like playing at home. I'm totally relaxed, and I think that's why I've won so many tournaments, is because of how relaxed and calm I am. My heart rate's very low, just another day at home, playing. So I train really hard, and training hard allows me to be very calm at tournaments.
Some very good insights.
Mobile game? Mobile gaming?
Yeah, any thoughts on mobile gaming?
Mobile gaming? I play a lot of mobile games. I've been playing a game called Clash of Clans lately, very popular game. It's a tower defense game where you can also attack and defend. I started a team called the Inevitable Fate, just getting friends to play with me and so forth and do the whole thing. It's just a really cool game. I do it just casually because I travel a lot, and if I'm ever on a train or a bus or on a plane, I get Wi-Fi, I just play. No, mobile gaming is great, very addictive. I'm really good at the mobile games too, I guess. I set a world record at a game called Flick Golf, and I played it for like 4 days straight, and I set the world record, whatever. But I just did it for fun, because I kind of wanted to prove a point. It's like, anyone can set a high score, anyone can. But when you can beat another person one-on-one all day, every day, for 8 years, like I have, in shooters, that's something different. And so I wanted to show how competitive esports is, and how awesome esports really is. It's amazing what people can do competing against other people, and always being one step ahead of them, or always thinking what they're going to think before they think it. And that's what I've always done through my career, and I just want to make sure that people know about esports and how competitive it is.
I'd just like to ask the final question. The video game industry in India is just kind of taking off, and it's becoming big business. So any words of inspiration for our readers who are looking to make a career out of gaming, or just pursue esports as a career option?
Well, esports is a very competitive business. I would say for a competitive gamer to, obviously the main goal for an Indian gamer is to become the best in your country, become the best. And when you become the best, you can become a personality. And today, many gamers are making money through Twitch TV and through other streaming services. So if you can create a personality, and the Indian gamers love you, and they worship you, and they think, oh wow, you're so cool and so fun, just you're a character, And a lot of gamers are making a lot of money through streaming. And I think that's really cool, and I think it's really exciting for professional gamers. I can only imagine if I had that luxury at a younger age, but I think I was able to create something different. So through my Fatality Gaming Gear business and other things, it's been very successful. But I think for gamers coming up, always strive to be the best in your country. That's the most important thing. Go to the tournaments, go to events, go to LAN parties, whatever you have to do. Play all the online tournaments you can. And then if you can create your own personality and your own thing in India, go for it. All the power to you, and try your best. And if you can make it, you can make it. It's a tough world out there, but the person that's going to win is the person that gives it the most.